Good morning, students. In today's class, I am going to discuss the nomenclature of haloalkane and haloarenes. Clear? So, first of all, we will focus on the nomenclature of haloalkane. Then we will proceed to the haloarene part. Now, regarding haloalkane, nomenclature of haloalkane, their name means what? How we are pronouncing them, it itself mean its naming process. Then is what? We are saying what? Haloalkane, right? And another we are pronouncing them as what? Your alkyl halide, right? So when we are talking about the term haloalkane, so it means what? It means what? Their IPC name, okay? It means their what? IPC name. And when we are talking about alkyl halide, so it will mean their what? Common name system, okay, or their common name. So we have to remember this. Now look, so when we are talking about haloalkane, so we are writing or we are naming them as what? Halo substituted alkane, right? Halo, because halogen will substitute the hydrogen, so halo substituted alkane compound in terms of what? Your IPC naming system. Now look, when we are talking about the IPC name system, so as we are talking about halo term, here halide term, right? So when we are talking about halo term, so what are the halo term we will use? Halo term, say for fluorine we will we will use what? Fluoro, right? For chlorine we will use what? Chloro, okay? For bromine we will use what? Bromo, and for iodine we will use what? Iodo. Clear, guys? And in terms of here, whatever the halide term we are having, so we'll use this one. For F we will use one? Fluoride, isn't it? We will use fluoride. For Cl we will use chloride. Br we will use bromide, and for I we will use what? Iodide. Now look, these are the basic things which we have to know. If someone is not knowing these things, so you try to go with these things. Clear? So once we are knowing these things, then only we will proceed to the, then we can proceed to the naming part. Clear? So now let's have some example. Clear? And with the help of those examples, we will proceed to the naming process. So first of all, we will talk about their IPC name system, and in the second part, we will talk about their alkyl name. Okay, sorry, alkyl halide, sorry, common name. Okay, now what? So when we are talking about the IPC name system, what we have to write is that, you know, we have to talk about the halogen term first, means among this four, any one of it, and the alkane term which we have to write. Now look at here, as we have gone through the nomenclature process in our first year syllabus, right? So I think you guys were familiar with this term. Okay. And let me know you this thing. So here we will mainly focus on the monohaloalkane. Okay, here we will what? Focus on what? Monohaloalkane. Clear? So this. So let's have an example. Suppose I am having this compound CH3, CH2, say CH, Cl, CH3 here. Now how to name this compound in case of what? IPC naming system. Now what do we know? Look, this halogen, so it is acting as in what? Functional group, right? So what we know is that if in the carbon chain, if functional groups are there, so what we have to do? We have to look after its position first, right? We have to first, the rule according to IPC is first we have to count the maximum number of carbon atom, then we have to look after the position of the functional group, and what we have to number the, while numbering the carbon atom. So what we will do now is that we will try to keep the least position of the carbon where the functional group attached. So as here is the functional group is what? Your chlorine or halogen. So what? Now while numbering the carbon atom, what I can do? I can number from this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. While I am coming from this side, from the right hand side, it is becoming the position of the carbon is what? Second, 2. But if I go from the left hand side, it will what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So while coming from the left hand side, it is becoming what? 3. So what says, according to the IPC rule, that where you are getting the least position, you follow that numbering process, right? I think you guys know these things very clearly. Okay, so this will what? So from the numbering from the left hand side will be what? Not possible, isn't it? So we'll proceed to this. So now what we have to write? Hello. So write here hello alkene. So what is the halogen here? Chloro, right? So what is the position? So what we have to do according to IUPAC, if the substituted groups are there or your functional groups are there, so we have to write their position and name first, right? So 2 in this, so it means what? In the second carbon. So chloro, right? So how many carbon? 1 2 3 4, they are forming single bond. So right, what we have to write? Alkane term. So compound containing 4 carbon system are pronounced as what? Butane, isn't it? So this is how we have to write the name of a compound. Clear? So this is very easy. I think you guys will not have any problem here, what I think. So in this case you have to talk about their naming process. Okay, now let's have another example. Say CH3 2 CH, then CH2, say CH3 sepia. Now look at here. In this particular example, I'm having 5 carbon and 1 halogen here, right? Now look at it. 1 2 3 4 5. I'm having the maximum carbon in this chain, right? So now what we have to do? We have to look after the position of the carbon where the halogen present, right? Now 1 2 3. When you come from the left hand side, 1 2 3, its position is becoming supposed to be what? 3. And when I'm coming from the right hand side also, it is what? Again 3, right? So if it happens, so you can number from any one of the side here. Clear? So say 1 2 3 4 5. So what? In the third carbon, right? So 3, so bromine, so bromo, right? And 5 carbon, which means what? Your pentane. Clear? So these are the naming process of IUPAC naming process of what? Haloalkane. You just have to write the halogen term, clear, and what we have to talk about the alkane, means the number of carbon. But you know, in case sometime we are having some alkyl substituted group also, right? So then in this case what we will do or how we have to proceed. So let's talk about that particular type of example now. I will go after only one example here also. Okay, say now let's have a look here. So this, now in this particular compound, if you check the maximum number of carbon atom, it will be 4 only. 1 2 3, here it is 3, but 1 2 3 4, so it is 4, right? So maximum, we have to go after maximum, or 1 2 3 4, you can go after in that particular side also, chain also. Now as from the every point I am having maximum 4 carbon atom. Clear? So what we have to do now? We have to look after the position of the carbon where the halogen present, right? So if we come from this side, it is obviously 3, which is not possible, right? So 1 2 3. Now what? Once I am coming here, so I can go at this chain also or at that particular chain also, in the above side also, because in both the side it is becoming 4, but you can write 4 5 like this, right? You guys know, I think, or you can write 4 5. It should be what? Continuous one. The carbon, when you are predicting the length of the carbon chain, though, so the carbon-carbon bond should be what? The continuous one. So let's focus on the straight chain, right? So this group is becoming now what? Our substituted alkyl group. Okay. Now what? So among alkyl group and this halogen, so halogens are getting more priority in the reactivity series than what? Your alkyl group. So what we are doing, you know, we are giving more preferences to this halogen. So that's why we are not numbering from this side. Clear, guys? And when we are coming from this side, so it's becoming what? 3. So as it is functional group, so it can't be the highest number, right? Means it can't, means the position can't be. So it's 1 2 3. So now what? If as they are having this, but what we have to do is that, you know, while naming them or while writing the name, we will write their name in term, means in what? Alphabetical order. Clear? Alphabetical order. It is what? C, right? It is what? M. So which comes first? C, isn't it? So what we will write? 2 in the second carbon. So that's why 2 chlorine. So what we will write? Chloro. Clear? Then again hyphen. These are the rules. Again 3. Then what? Your methyl. How many carbon? 4 carbon. So what? 4 carbon means what? Butane. Clear, guys? So I think you guys have understood these things. So it's very simple, okay? And those who are my students, I have already taught them these things in whatever HS first year syllabus, right? So I think you guys will not have that much of problem here. Okay, now let's focus toward their common name system. Clear? So as I have given the chart, so we are what? In terms of common name, what we are pronouncing them? We are pronouncing them as what? Alkyl halide. It is also very simple, guys. Okay, here and here also it is only in case of mono haloalkane. Okay, so alkyl, first of all, what we produce that, you know, we have to write the alkyl name of the carbon chain. And you know what, there are different forms, and due to different number of carbon atom, we know, right? For one, methyl, ethyl, propyl, butyl, pentyl, we know these things. But you know what, their formation, how the carbon are arranged, depending on that, we are pronouncing them as a different term. Let's have a look here and try to remember these things, okay? And if you want to know details, I think you can go to the HS first year syllabus here, okay? That organic chemistry part. Now for 1, obviously it is methyl, right? And for 2, it is also ethyl, isn't it? And but when it is third carbon, it can look like this. Now what I'm talking here is that, look, in when it is first or the second carbon, so the only possibility of attaching the halogen atom is here. Sorry, not only halogen, any functional group. Clear, guys? Now what, I can attach here also or here also. It is also same, right? In case of 2 carbon also. But in case of 3 carbon, there are 2 positions, right? I can attach one functional group at this carbon, clear? And in another compound, I can have what? The position of the halogen or the any functional group at this point. So this is what our methyl, we know this. This is what our ethyl. And this 1, 2, 3, when it is in the, these are what? Terminal carbon, right? So when it is in the terminal carbon, and 3 carbon is what? Propyl, right? Propyl, and we are writing them as what? N-propyl, normal chain. But 1, 2, 3, when it is in the second carbon, so what we know, right? So as we are having 3 carbons, so obviously it will be propyl, the alkyl term will be. But due to the formation, due to this chain term, so we are writing them as what? Iso. Okay, when it is in this particular form, it will written as what? Iso. Now look at the another 4 carbon system also. I am having this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. If it attached to this carbon or this, any terminal carbon, then it is what? N-butyl. Simply it is what? Your N-butyl. But it can attach in this carbon also, right, guys? So then it will be different term. And look at the formation. When I am having this, it can be in this form also, right? So when I'm having this, so secondary butyl, we are writing like this. And when I'm having this in this carbon, in this particular form, then we are writing what? Isobutyl. Try to remember these things, guys. And another one, if we're having 5 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if in the terminal carbon, then what? N-pentyl, clear? And another form is available there, this one, you know, in this carbon, so it is known as what? Neopentyl, because of the form. One more form is possible in case of your 4 carbon system, and it is important one, and when it is attached at this carbon, any functional group, they are known as what? Tertiary, and we are writing tart, T-E-R-T. It means what? Tertiary. Okay, tertiary what? Your butyl. You try to remember these things, you will easily able to write the name of this compounds. Possibly we required up to these things. So let's have an example then. Suppose I am having this compound. Say let's talk about the very simple one first, say Br, right? So first of all, we have to focus on this. Forget about now position and all that. So you look after this. So 1, 2, 3. How many carbon? 3 carbon. So obviously it will be what? Your what? Propyl. Now look, if this attached, this means this functional group is attached at a terminal carbon. So terminal carbon means N-propyl. So what you will write? Propyl. What? What is the halogen term? Halide. So it is what? Bromide. Or you can write what? N-propyl bromide. Clear? So you have to write this thing. Okay, let's talk about the another term, the same number of carbon atom, Br. Let's make it this. Look at here, it is in this form, right? Secondary means in the middle carbon atom, okay, or in the second carbon atom. So when we are having, so what we have to write? Iso, right? So isopropyl, then what? Bromide. Isn't it very simple, guys? So this is what we have to do. Say another one, say CH3, say your Cl. So isn't it is tertiary, right? So what you will write? Tertiary butyl chloride. So these are the different naming process, or means these are the rules, what I can say in terms of what your alkyl halide compounds, okay, or the common name of your haloalkane. So you try to remember this particular alkyl terms, and you just try to follow the rules. What exactly we have to do? Write the alkyl term, then the halide term of any halogen atom there. Clear, guys? So this is the very simple. I think you guys have understood these things, okay? And if one having problem, then you can comment me in the comment section, okay? I will elaborate, try to provide in another class regarding this from your HS Fossil syllabus. Clear? Okay. So I think we should stop the class here for today, and there are numbers of more examples are there, okay? Here we are just talking about haloalkane only, and that is also not completed yet, okay? So possibly I will try to complete these things in our next class, okay? Because the video will be of very longer length, right? So let's stop the class here today, and we will proceed the same with nomenclature only in our tomorrow's class, and we will complete the nomenclature part by our tomorrow's class, okay? So up to that, so thank you so much, take care, bye bye.